it's not going to be all on Kits for initiation, right? Moose on the Hoodwink this time around as opposed to the Dark Willow does give them at least one other person who can make the plays to get them into the fight. Laning against the Lina is not going to be an easy time.
Yeah, and again, early levels, it's all you can hope for. You are just going to get right-click 4 or 5 times for every move you decide to make. And actually, it's bottom where, well, he does get the reflection level 1, but did not expect AB1 to die. Just not one of those value deaths that we sometimes say with the Jakiro.
Saberlight did 600 damage. He didn't even come to lane with the sort of armor reduction, right? He's just got the robe instead. Because now, well, now he's got a TP home. The DOT won't finish him off, but yeah, that might have been a little bit too far forward. Body blocks are coming in from these treants, and he's going down again.
Oh, man.
And Saberlight even gets the kill there, so... Oh, this is not the way that you wanted this lane to start. DNM at least can find some extra last hits with this with the meta up, but
It just overextends way too far, and the DNM's in a solo lane for the time being. One that's pushing into the Nature's Prophet, and
man,
now it's your turn to get body blocked. Saberlight's just too quick with it, and then you end up spending half of your mana running away from him, and again, until your Jakiro gets back, can't do a small camp pull for you, doesn't even have a small camp to pull, so this lane does not get easier. And of course, the big drawback of that Terrorblade, maybe the lane's contestable when you have meta, but when you don't, it is just free farm for the NP. At least they get a kill top, though. They get a trade with the level 2 tick up from the Dawnbreaker and the Hoodwink, so play is made elsewhere. Yeah, and you can already see it. And even though, as we talked about before, Marcy's certainly been nerfed a little bit into the ground, already the Riki somehow still provides less. And that's why Ari is going for a creep cut right now. Because before, you know, you have that more dynamic play to be made. You have a little bit of lifesteal to give even to Saberlight, but now you can't do any of that. And then back top, look at Mumi had to run back, gets taken down. Speed's now level 4, has so much mana as well. Man's got 5 mangoes. Okay, Speed, but almost retroactively kits his lane a little bit more difficult here. And the supports will certainly be rotating for those 6-minute runes, and matters a whole lot more for the Pango right now than the Lina. Corral's sitting real nice HP-wise.
it gets hit by an LSA, takes a couple of right clicks. That's always going to kind of be the threat in this situation. Speaking of threats, yep, that's Moon Meander taken down again. Another 2v1 onto the Crystal Maiden. Another scenario where the Sven has limited usefulness in that fight, and I mean, it's all been kills onto the Crystal Maiden. Those are quite literally the only kills that 5RAT have, but they'll take them.
Oh, and look at this in mid.
Yeah, they're looking for more.
Okay.
This is far more than a Crystal Maiden kill if they can get it, but Kits is going to start to run out of time on the Rolling Thunder, and they haven't done enough damage just yet, but the Swashbuckle is going to be there. They do finish the job. AB1, okay. In with the DOT, but Saberlight will simply TP himself out, but...
Yeah, and that was honestly great plays from both mid laners there. Just Kits knowing that he had to roll a little bit earlier. He just realized the situation he was in just a second too late. And then Bryle, he went for the LSA. He knew what was coming, just doesn't come out fast enough. And a great play, I mean, perfectly executed. And then back top, well, Moon Meander, he's been out of the lane for a good 2 minutes now. Tomato runs out of supplies. It's where Speed investing so much in regen kind of pays itself. And now, okay, 5RAT, they're bouncing back in these lanes a little bit.
Not going to count for much as Kits. This is an interesting decision. That's so... Oh, God. They're going to Solar Guardian in. They really do want to turn this into a fight. Saberlight TPing in now as well, but look at that. They get the Bushwhack onto 3. Moose just shuts it all down. Bryle and Saberlight fall. It's only the support still standing.
Feels pretty darn good. And, well, the retort is happening. And, well, Kits, yeah, in the smoke screen, cannot do much there. And does need to be careful, because now that mid tower is going to get quite the beating from that Lina. But then, back bottom, Saberlight eats another death. So they find their play to be made elsewhere. And still, I think 5RAT are really happy. And then,
well, at this stage, I mean, BT, neither side is really looking to play all that aggressively. It really has turned into a farming focus.
yeah, and a farming focus that both teams really are happy with. And top, well, see if they get the kill onto Moon. This is what they were kind of been unable to get, and now, yeah.
Freezing field.
Well, welcome to Crystal Maiden Speed. Not much you can do about that one, and then Moose, yeah, he TP's out as well, and they defend their tier 1s, but...
It's an unfortunate kill to give up there, but it's not going to hurt them too significantly, and they are looking to make the move. Kits and the two supports are rotating their way over, and if they could run into Tomato, this would be big. He did pop the God Strength, so he's going to hit a little bit harder if he does try to stand and fight, but for now, he's just trying to get himself out of here. He's going to pop the Pig Pole, looking for a little bit of extra move speed, but he moves right into the Ice Path, and nobody's coming to help.
Yeah, but look at the lanes. This is what the cost is. Both side lanes now need to be TP'd on, and 5RAT got to be so careful with the response here. And Bryle, well, this would be a great turnaround, and I don't think Bryle's going to be able to turn for the Laguna. The damage comes through, but isn't fast enough. And now, okay, if they made their choice, they defend the mid tower, they get the Lina kill, they get the exact trade they want, but Saberlight's already in onto bottom. And oh, Kits onto the CM.
Might be a little too far there, yeah. That's twice now that Moon Meander's been able to sort of play him a little bit. He did just get the root down onto Jakiro as well, so AB1 is going to feed his life as well. And that makes the plays that they had just pulled off there, getting the Sven and the Lina, that little bit less valuable, handing some of the gold back. Yeah, they were able to pop the glyph, but with Bryle respawning and coming back in with a fresh creep wave, feels like they're going to be able to get it. Although, Booz is going to make the initiation. Here comes Speed in, but he jumps right into the LSA. The Laguna Blade's going to be there as well. The silence comes out. Speed's going to get taken down. Whoa, 5RAT. The execution is slipping just a tiny little bit, but it's that little bit that allows TSM a way back in.
It gets busted open. There's enough space for Lina, Sven, NP to farm. It's where it does become very troublesome, but Owen look top. They do kill Moon Meander, but the TB,
yep.
Oh no.
Much better target. If you're 5RAT, now you have a little bit of an objective, right? Early BKB pickup from the Lina, try and force out some charges as quickly as you can, although right now, they just need to make sure DNM doesn't get spotted, because Bra's going to run right into him. There's a Laguna. Can he get off a Sunder? Not really. The BKB prevents him from finding a target, and okay, yeah, Ari has to kind of jump in there and sacrifice himself for the cause, but again, I mean, support for Terrorblade is a trade that they will take over and over again.
They get exactly what they want. They are pinging out the word. They know what's going on here, and the D word will eventually come from AB1, even though they're even fighting for it still. And AB1, there's a DD Rune Lina still here, and yeah, you're going to get 3-shot as well as the Asos reveal from Saberlight, making Kits a little bit more nervous, and, well, the vision stands up.
A minimal lead, but a lead all the same, right? Somewhere in the 1 to 2K range. All of a sudden, they're down by 5,000 here as Ari, oh boy, showing some fancy footwork there, drops down the silence, uses the tricks of the trade to get back into the river, and Kits is able to get the ward out of the way, but not able to pursue for a kill.
Where those big team fights are just not something that 5RAT are ready for just yet. No BKBs either in the works, so they're certainly playing for that later timing.
Yeah, and I mean, oh, there's the dart. Kits in some trouble. LSA connects. Laguna's going to be there, and that's a free and easy kill. And Saberlight, I mean, he's got the Gleipnir. He threw it out there. It hits onto Moose. Ari able to jump onto him with the Blink Strike. They'll find a second kill for Bryle, and yeah, without BKBs, without the Rolling Thunder already going, what do they do? LSA stops them in their tracks. Gleipnir does the same. The smoke screen even just shuts them down, so not going to hit them all, and it is on such a short cooldown as well, that dart already back up, so TSM are going to look to make a move. 4-man smoke. They scanned out as well, so they know somebody is farming up here on this high ground. What is their plan to get up the ramp, though? Are they just going to straight up run it? Yes, they are. Moon Meander just bites the bullet. They're going to jump their way in. They've got AB1 locked down. They get a stun onto Speed, though, and that immediately switches up their target. Speed taken down. AB1 falls as well, and, well, you're not really supposed to just be able to do that. They just run up the ramp, don't really care about who sees them, and find the kill, and now maybe they get a little bit more, because Kits is in some trouble. He is now stuck inside of the Sprout and the smoke screen. Doesn't really have any sort of quelling blade. He's got one in the quick buy now, but it's a little bit too late. They take him down, and now they'll take Roche pretty much for free.
Yeah, and why the Nature's Prophet feels so darn good. You can always swing for this objective, and now I give this Aegis over to the Lina, just because Bryle's the one really in the scariest spots usually, but also great BKB from Bryle. The supports have no gold, so there's only one Force Staff. AB1 is the save right now, and if he is ever in the wrong position, if he ever whiffs, well, that's just the end of it. Saberlight, though, okay, in Saberlight fashion, has given his life away.
Yeah, it's trying to do maybe a little bit too much there as he does get picked off, but to the point about the Riki, yeah. TSM still have a sizable lead. They just need to make sure that they don't sort of turn this into some chained losses, but They are looking for something up top. They brought both the supports in. Bryle is here as well. But who do they actually target? There's just so many people on the field. They've already lost Moon Meander, but they are looking to get onto DNM. Can he get out of this stun and find a Sunder? No, he can't. Bryle will take him down. Baby One's going to fall off to the side. Kit's now trying to get away. Solar Guardian's going to come in defensively, but he's right into the root, right into the sleep dart. Bryle turns around, gets the right clicks in. You got a trio of heroes pushing top. They're going to try to hit up DNM while the meta is offline, and, well, there's going to be the dart, there's going to be the stun, there's going to be the root, there's going to be the freezing field, and DNM had absolutely no chance. May as well have taken his hands off the keyboard, and now AB1 is in some trouble as well. Force Staff pushes him away initially, but not even close to enough to live.
And they continue. Now Saberlight's chasing Speed out of bottom, and Speed has to be so careful with how he times his TP, but little does he know, Ari's already collapsed on him, and then the sleep dart, and now, well, you're gonna get sprouted, clouded. Okay, kind of mess up the sprout, making this a little bit more difficult, but Bryle makes it easy.
Haven't seen the impact of it. He just hasn't gotten the chance to put it to much use. His Kits does get hit up in the top lane. He is going to be able to roll himself out. Could just TP himself home now as well, but everyone on the side of 5RAT is just getting put into this defensive position as Moon Meander. He is getting hit up a little bit here. They will be able to take him down, but now do they get away cleanly? Because Tomato is going to pop the ult. Saberlight comes in, drops the Gleipnir down onto multiple heroes. DNM trying to hold the Sunder for as long as he can, but now he's surrounded. Now he's silenced. He's getting away, though. Not actually able to chase onto him just yet. Tomato still wants to go in, but there is going to be your Solar Guardian. That's going to push everybody away. Do they really want to chase this? No, they do not. They are going to back off, but here comes Bryle pushing into the fight. Popping the BKB, they're going to get the sleep dart down onto DNM. They root him up as well. They silence him, so there will be no Sunder. And ET, I mean, 5RAT, they had dodged the bullet. They were safe. They could have just backed off, but they tried to chase for... Unbelievably impressive here so far as they are pushing their way onto the tier 2 tower. Gonna be able to take that up in the top lane. Moves, meanwhile, trying to get a play onto Bryle, and that is a quick kill. But now do they get away? Because... well, the rest of the lineup is slowly but surely pushing their way forward. Saberlight looking for the damage onto Moose, but very quickly realizing I don't really have as much backup as I thought I did, and now he's going to get punished. There's the Ice Path. The Rolling Thunder comes in, and Saberlight gets taken down, so he and Bryle maybe just try to push that advantage a little bit too far too soon.
It's probably going to be in that 35 to 40 minute window where DNM has way more items. But look bottom. They're making plays, and
Good
there's
sentry.
the sentry. It will dispel it, and they will have to settle. Going for DNM,
Maybe they
though.
won't. Hold on, yeah. They're just going to take him down, and man, oh man, have we seen a Sunder in this game? I don't think we have. Don't know if it'll be the sort of cure-all that they need as the smokes are getting dangerously close to each other. I think Moose may have actually popped already, but it was Ari who popped it, so they weren't 100% sure. They do have the sentry up now, however, so they come forward again. They will be spotted in the daytime vision, but TSM are wrapping around a little bit, looking for the longer play.
Yeah, and look at this. The Roche spawns on top of them. They have the hill, but the Treants come in. The vision goes through and Speed taken down first. This is not what you want to see, and now with the Ricky Cloud, they can't fight this. And DNM, he still has a BKB. He's on the run.
Yep. He's just going to try to back away, looking for some damage onto Ari first, but that's only going to slow him down so that Saberlight can TP in. They've got the Gleipnir in. Solar Guardian is coming through, but it's not going to be enough. DNM is already dead, and now Speed with the buyback and the Solar Guardian. He's into the fight, but how much can he really do? They've taken down one as Ari will fall. Tomato does get cleaned up as well as the fight splits up all around the Roche pit, but Kits has to just lay out for that kill. It costs him his own life. TSM, they have control of the pit. They're not actually going to try to finish Roche. Instead, they're looking to take advantage of the numbers advantage that they've got. They killed 2 of the cores, forced a buyback from the 3rd, so there's no high ground defense. It just cannot happen.
No, this is just the immediate push in. Bryle's even looking to just go for that top wave and that top tier 3 as well. And sure, you got one more glyph left. I don't know if you're going to want to use it, and they'll probably save it for another full lane, but this is still just an incredibly awkward position to be in now. And of course, TSM don't even have to do this. They probably will not do this. They'll probably move back as soon as that Ricky's alive, and yeah, okay, time to go. They didn't get out that secondary glyph, so something for 5RAT to maybe play for in the team fight next time around, but I don't think there's really any way they get to this pit, and really, they timed it out with the Panga respawn, just knowing that if there was any danger, it was going to come from Kits. But now, we walk away, there's just no shot. They do even Axe Stride back, but more importantly, they get another Aegis onto Bryle, who also has a fresh MKB. I mean, this Lena's a monster.
Fights away from just kind of toppling completely. As oh my god, Bryle. Well, that's a little bit aggressive there, but he's able to get himself away for the time being. And now, Kits, you got to make sure that you're not overextending as well. Gets himself back into the base. They're just not going to be able to kill him off that quickly, but Tomato is not on a hero that you can just ignore. He's going to push his way in right now, force the issue. Lots of Force Staffs coming in to try and save AB1, but the Laguna will still take him down. He has a buyback available. He is going to pop it immediately as Kits, well, starting to run out of time on the Rolling Thunder, so they are trying to fall back and regroup. DNM got rooted up, so he's forced to use his BKB as well. This is already looking pretty bad. Speed falls. Multiple BKBs come out. Buyback had to be expended. Supports are still forced back, and one of them, in the form of Moose, gets just taken out entirely. And now, yeah, Sleep Dart onto Kits. Tomato, a delayed jump, but a jump all the same. They're just losing absolutely everyone. Maybe they get the Lena here, but he's still got Aegis, so who cares, really? And they don't even actually kill him. There we go. Swashbuckle will get the job done, but the cost is just too high. Alina's back up. They're pushing on to tier 4s. TSM, no. If nobody comes to stop us, we just take this game outright.
No, and there's absolutely nothing they can do. And yeah, the GGs will fly through. Just a little bit too clean. And I think, again, you have to look at the Ricky. You have to look at Ari. First series with his team, but I think a beautiful draft to set it up, as well as Saberlight NP.